Alright, well, in this video we're going to try to take apart this battery anyway. It very well may take more than one video because it looks like really kind of a compact thing, and it doesn't have any tabs. It just has those things. You can kind of see the metal inside of there. So I don't know how well this is going to go, but I got a variety of standard size screwdrivers, really small ones, and then some slightly larger ones. And we're going to see how this goes and hope for the best, I guess. Hopefully we don't short circuit it, as it says on the warning there. So I guess we'll get at it then. After consultation, it seems the best thing to do is to just kind of pry along the seam here. It seems to be the only way into this thing. There's a seam along there, it goes all the way around. There is a smaller seam that kind of goes just up here a little bit. It's kind of hard to see where my screwdriver is, but right here on the edge, there's another seam there. I don't know if I'll be able to get in there or not. I'll try pushing on it. Nope, it doesn't look like it. So, alright, well, there's not much to talk about on here, so I'll just get on it and try to pry it apart and see how it goes. Ooh, I poked right through it. That must be thin plastic. Hopefully I didn't damage anything there. I think I need a slightly bigger screwdriver. This one's just poking holes. Let me swap out for a slightly bigger one here. Here's a good one. Oh, gotta be careful there. Well, this doesn't appear to be working well. Let's just try this slightly smaller one here. Yeesh. Oh yeah, I can see the hole there. The seam doesn't seem to be much of a seam. Probably would have been better off just dremeling through it by the looks of it, but alright. Back to the small one. Yeah, let's try on this side a bit. There we go. See? There, it pokes a hole right through it. Just, don't know that does much good. It's like a drill. Just pokes a hole. Seems to be some empty space in there, but it'd be better if it actually went into a thing there, but it just doesn't. The plastic. Ooh, jeez. I am going to have to really be careful because at this point, I mean, look at how far that's going in there. A lot of empty space, but gee, I'm going to have to be careful. there. Got that through there. Let's try to work it around. Ooh, there we go. Hey, there's something. Let's try that again. Oh yeah, that's kind of working. Sticking it in there, and then just kind of prying up like this and pulling it away from the seam. Ooh, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I think this is working. I better switch to another screwdriver so I don't break this one prying like that. Ouch! Ooh, that hurt. It's kind of pokey plastic there. There. Got that all the way to that side. Alright. Ooh, yeah, I can see what looks like copper from this protection circuit or something just right in there. I hope I really didn't. I looked like I was above it though with that smaller screwdriver, so I think we're okay. Although I'm going to have to be more careful in the future. Let's get that smaller one back out here and do the same thing I did in the last one. Just it's kind of hard for you to see here, I bet, but there we go. It's kind of a sharp little pointed screwdriver here, so I'm just kind of twisting it like that, and it's just kind of digging itself in. Just try not to let it go in there too far. I don't think that one went quite all the way through, but let's start by prying here. Wow, look at that. It goes all the way in there. There must be a lot of empty space. Okay, that's not a good idea. Let's try a smaller yet, or a little bit larger size here. Oh, here we go. Ooh, sheesh. Thought I felt some warmth there, but it's not. I think it's just from the light, and it's not hot, so okay. It hasn't exploded yet, so although you will have to be careful because they are kind of dangerous that way. Oh yeah, we're making good progress now. Just go in there and just kind of prying against this top portion, which seems to be a little bit more solid. Alright, I see what looks like a circuit board in there. Kind of peek. Oh jeez, knocked my camera off the table here. This isn't the best way of filming, but once again, what I have has better color and resolution than the web camera, though. So look at that. There we go. Snap that apart. So I could peel that off, but we've got two other sides to worry about first, so I might as well do these. Oops, wrong screwdriver. There we go. This seemed to help the prying it apart on the other side there, doing multiple holes, or trying to anyway. At least prying apart the seam that little bit seemed to help. Come on, go on the seam. Whoa, there we go, there's an empty spot. Alright, there we go, there's all those holes there. I'm sure you can kind of figure out better ways to do it yourself, but this is what's working, so this is what we'll do. Oh yeah. Here we go. Got to that hole, now we can kind of go into this one. Ouch. Alright, I think I bent that screwdriver a little bit. Let's switch back over this one. Whoa. There we go, first piece broken off there. Oh boy, it's getting close here. Wonder if can this go off? Oh my. That looks like a mess. Oh darn. Oh yeah, okay. I'm going to pop this off. It looks like a mess in there. Looks like it's stacked with about 6 cells, looks like. And there's wires going up from there to what looks like will be here, so we're going to have to be really careful to keep those intact because I'm not sure what they do, so. And we're going to have to be careful not to short this out because I really don't know what terminal is what, so I'm going to, once I get the top off, probably have to take some pictures and then resume later. So, let's, ooh, geez, yeah, here the things are sticking up above the seam there, and here, this last hole right here was just beside that terminal, so they seem to be kind of loosely in there, but anyway, so that means that we're going to have to be really careful on this side, I think. Maybe if we're lucky, what we can do is cut off the top portion of this lid. Oh yeah, there we go. Separate that plastic. Whoops. Ouch. Should almost be wearing gloves. There we go. Yeah, it appears to me that there's nothing in this top section here, so... Oh, geez, I really hope I don't end up hitting the lens there. Let's back up a bit. Okay, there we go. Alright, what's holding it on there? Aside from the obvious of those big metal tabs. Oh man, there's another metal tab towards the back there. Where's that going? Oh jeez. This is getting messy. It may have been easier to use the same batteries as some other portables I've seen that were just the BP915 camcorder batteries, but this one was cheaper and it has more capacity. If you can see that. 66,000 mAh, so that's about 6.6 amps, which should last a fair bit of time on the portable. I really wonder if I can just cut the tabs off at the top there. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to. I don't know. I wonder if there's protection circuits up here, because there doesn't really seem to be much down here. See if I can stretch this out a little bit. Well, I think I'll wrap it up for this video. I'll take some pictures and get some answers and see if I can just clip those tabs off and not worry about these little things up here. I don't think it'll really matter because we'll end up kind of taking apart the charger itself anyways to make it to a jack. So that's it for this video, and we'll come back with another later on and then actually cut the tabs off and take the other part of it out. So thanks for watching this part, and we'll see you in the next part of the video. Alright, we're back with the battery taking it apart, and I forgot to mention previously, the screwdriver I was using was really small. It was like, I think it was less than 2 millimeters. It was just a standard. You could do it with a Phillips if you had one that small, but the main thing was with this battery, if you're using this battery anyways, was it was small enough and just, so it's sharp to be able to drill those holes, and then but the shaft had to be thick enough to be able to pry apart and pull it out like this without snapping the screwdriver. So now in this part we're going to have to be really careful because those two it's really hard to see. Here we go. Let's put a background there. You can kind of see those two wires, one here and one there, coming up. We're going to cut those about halfway up. We're going to have to be really careful though, because we can't have them touch together, otherwise it'll short the battery. So earlier I tried to pull it out, and we're going to see if we can just kind of wiggle it out. I think we can anyway. Might be kind of hard, but oops. And we're going to have to be really careful, because we're really going to have to take note exactly how it's wired, because here we go. Wow, look at all that padding. Yeah, because we're going to have to wire it exactly. If you're only using this one battery, we're going to be wiring it exactly the way it's wired up now. So yep. Might actually cut this case apart and use it as kind of a protective little case and cut it in half. Because what I'm thinking is we'll probably split it up into 3 and put 3 of these cells on one side and 3 of these cells on another side. So, yeah. Alright, there's that wire that I saw earlier. You can't see it here. Right here, there's a wire coming up here. It must go down all the way to here. So we're just going to carefully start taking some of this stuff apart. Oof, if it'll pull apart, gee. this is going to be a little harder than it looks. I think I need to grab my knife, maybe cut this a little bit here. Let me get this. Wow, that is really stuck on there. You can see those 6 shells are pretty shiny. They're nice, little, compact. Just going to have to kind of pull, I think. I don't know any better way to do it. Just be very careful, of course. There we go. Wow, that is really sticky. About as sticky as super glue. Removable super glue. Wow, look at that. That red paper is so sticky. Now, theoretically, I should probably keep some of these. You can just set them aside for now, but we could, I mean, they are good padding, so if we do end up using cutting this and using it as a case or whatever we end up putting in, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to stick these around it just to help insulate it a little bit. Yeah, so you can rip that red stuff off of there if you want, and just leave yourself with a little thing like this, still a little tacky. So you can set that aside, and we'll do the same with these. Still gotta just pull them apart though. We gotta get down to the battery. So, ooh, that one pulled off a little bit of the other one. Alright, here we go. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Kind of hold that paper down there so you can pull this off. You don't want to quite pull that paper off with it yet, anyway. And you can just kind of be sticking these together like this. Is how I'm doing it off to the side here. Alright, let's pull the top one off now. I don't know why they added such a small skinny one. They could have just put one of the thicker ones, but I guess they needed just an extra little bit. Yeah, I think these things will work great for insulating it later. I think that would be a good idea. Alright, let's turn around here and make sure we're not pulling anything important off. Oh my. Tilt this down so you can get a good look at how it's done, sort of. Here we go. My light bulb above is still burned out, so I'm trying to use this dinky little lamp. Anyway, as you can kind of see, there's through here, through these things, I don't know if these things are supposed to be the protection circuit or what. I have no idea, but this comm wire, I think is what it was called, is connecting 3 of these and then going right across, and there'll be another one beneath here that will pull up here. I think that's what it is anyway. There we go. Well, that's weird. This one doesn't have those. This one has strips of metal going across the top, and this one has cardboard stuff. I don't know what that's all about. Let's see what it looks like underneath a little bit, maybe. Looks like plain cardboard to me. I don't know. We'll just leave it there for now. Alright, let's pull this side off. Alright, I have no idea where this thingy goes, but I guess we'll find out. Alright, now is where we need to cut these off because we really do not want these wires touching each other on the top here. So just cut it part way up. Hope you can kind of see this. I'm just going to cut it right here. If my cutters will work. Sheesh. There we go. Alright, now this one. You can lift this one up and cut this one a little bit farther back. Just gotta be careful not to let it touch this one that we just cut over here. There we go. Okay. Now we can mash these down, and we'll put a piece of tape over them probably later to keep them separated. Not entirely sure which one of these is supposed to be positive and which one's supposed to be negative, so I guess we'll find that out. Although, by the looks of it, this one is negative. This one, but I'm not entirely sure. It looks like it's more connected to the outside, whereas this is more like a pole, so I don't know. I guess we'll find out, though. As far as this one goes, I have no idea. I guess we're going to find that out, too. It's really strange. Strangely made battery. I don't even see a protection circuit, so maybe that's up in here. We're going to have to take this apart just to make sure, because it doesn't look like there's a protection circuit there, does it? So we'll just cut this one halfways up too, like the other ones. Probably don't need much because we're going to be soldering to them, and later anyway, this will be soldering to them, and so we won't need these flimsy wires. Alright, well that's a solid thing right there. Alright, well, let's see if I can't pry this up a little bit and see what's in here. Yep, it's pulling up, just sticking a knife in this crack and just pulling up with it. Oh yeah, there's the protection circuit right there. Beautiful. Now I just have to figure out what the heck it's for. Yeah, here was this padding. That's the COM, or whatever, for combined, I think is the deal. This appears like it was just sitting here like this. Yeah, it was, because here you can see the line going across there. Getting off camera here a little bit. Alright, well that's a nice small little protection circuit. You can see there's you can kind of see anyway. Let's see if I can rotate my light a little better. There we go, a little indirect light there. You can kind of see it. There's 4 wires there going to these 4 things here. I don't know what those are for. I guess we're going to see. Well, actually, let's look here. Alright, I see on this left one, you can't really see on the camera, but this very left one, there's a positive sign by it. This very right one, there's a negative sign by it. And this second one in here says IT, and this third one here has a C by it. So, alright, well we're gonna hold off for now. We're gonna pack this stuff up and wait for later. I'll do some looking and see where we have to connect stuff to, and I'll finish up this video by saying where we will need to connect everything, what's positive and what's negative, and that'll be the official end of taking it apart. So we'll just add this one more sticky pad to our stack here, and that'll be it. Actually, let's take this out too before I forget, if I can. We'll just kind of wiggle and bend these tabs off, I think. Because I think for charging, on the charger there's only 2 prongs sticking out, and I'm pretty sure it's just the positive and negative. So I don't even know what these 2 things, I don't know what purpose those 2 things serve of going to here. I really don't know. So I'll inquire into that too. There we go. Snapped them right off. There we go. Alright. I believe it was this way. And it was like this. So this is important to remember, okay? This was like this. You can kind of hold it up there and see that this flows right down into this contact, and this other one kind of goes into the shorter one here. So by that logic, it appears, and by the symbolism on the board, it appears that this is the positive side, and this longer piece over here is the negative, by the looks of it. And then this is the one that combines the 2 packs to be 7.4 volts? Yeah, 7.4 volts together. So that's that. Like I said, I'll take some pictures and do some looking and figure out what exactly is are the things that'll need to be wired to, and that'll be it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the final video for taking apart this battery. One more little thing before I do that, just so I don't have to, one more thing I have to do in the last video is we'll just take these things apart here, take this red sticky paper off, and that's sticky. We'll just stick it on that stuff. And we'll see about taking this off here, because I don't think it matters. It'll just make it look cleaner for the last video. There we go. That's really sticky stuff. We'll just stick it on there. Again, careful not to let things touch that shouldn't. Okay. I don't think this paper stuff is important. We'll see about taking that off too. Looks good. Let's do it. That we're just going to throw this away because that probably won't be any good. Actually, for the record, this stuff's probably no good either. If we need to get something sticky, we can always super glue these paddings in place, because we'll keep those, because those will be good. Can actually serve some use. Oops, I ripped it out. There we go. Pull both at one time here. There we go. Alright, that looks a little cleaner already, doesn't it? Now, oop, there we go. Alright, so this kind of pulls apart here. Again, it's so sticky in there. Ooh, you know what? These are metal in here. I'd better leave those. I don't know if that's important. It's probably just stability to make sure that they're not touching each other or something. We'll leave that stuck in there just to help keep the things apart, because we still really don't want anything to touch anything else. So, all right, we'll leave it at that now. So now I'll see you in the next video. All right, I'm back. In this video, hopefully the last one, it should be, on taking apart the battery here. I'm just gonna show you how to connect to the battery protection circuit here what goes to what. We're not going to wire it up now, of course, but later we'll actually take this apart, cut it apart. That'll make it easier to store, but most importantly, then I'll be able to arrange the individual cells in the case, and so I'm able to see how I need to arrange it in order to fit all the batteries in there. So, of course, we're still going to have to be careful because we still don't want those two tabs there to be touching each other, this one and that one. And to make it easier, we're going to be making a diagram of how it is wired up now, so that'll just make it a lot easier, I think. To start with, I'll just say right off the bat, we can see how this was done right here. I cut the tabs off, of course, but this long one here from when they're combined, you can see that it's running along the bottom of all the batteries. Adjust my light here. No, that's not going to work. All right. Anyway, so it's basically wired the batteries in series. Basically, that makes it 7.4 volts or 0.2 or whatever. And then, well, here's all the, if it holds like this, battery, this is, so based on how the circuit is wired up here, this side is negative, so this is the negative tab, and this is the positive tab up here. I'm not sure how exactly that works, but I guess that's just how it is, I guess. So, and then so that's how that will be wired up. Is like this, and then for charging charging and power purposes, this outside tab right here, that's important. Got to be careful with these little tabs here because we'll probably try to solder there. These two middle tabs actually don't serve a purpose, so we're actually just going to cut those off so we don't get confused. Got to tilt my camera up here a bit, get some of this junk out of the way. There. Now we're actually on the screen here. Yeah, these actually don't serve a purpose, so we're just going to cut those off. They fly all over the place. So anyway, that way we don't get confused. Now this one goes positive, so that's pretty easy. As long as we remember how this laid on the battery, laid like this, which means that this one is negative, it goes to here. This one's positive, it goes to here. You don't even have to worry about what's positive and what's negative, as long as we wire it up just like this. And that's pretty easy to do because they turned and took right angles going this way and going this way, and so what they'd run into first is this side and this side to this side. So what we're actually going to do now is we're going to sketch this out to make sure we know. I'm going to try anyways. I've never sketched something like this before, so I'm going to try my best anyways. So this is probably going to be a pretty crude drawing. Alright, we've got our sort of rectangular pack thing. Coming off the back here is a COM that's combined where the batteries are all running together. And then if we're actually going to draw, we're drawing it like this, actually. So here is battery plus, and here is battery minus. I'll show you the drawing when this is done. I'm not going to be able to hold this up here, but anyway, so there's that. And then, of course, there's these two tabs we're going to want to draw. This one and this one. And that one is the P positive, that's power positive, and there's this one, and that's P negative, power negative. Alright, well, that's all there is to doodling out that little protection circuit. It's not too bad, I guess. Now we're just going to have to keep the wires straight. This is going to be the harder part, actually. Alright, I'm going to kind of try to sketch, we're going to do a side view on here, and we're going to do it right here. Alright, so let's see, there's one, and I'm going to draw them spaced apart. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, I'm not a very good drawer, so yeah, anyway, so now we're going to have a wire going from here to here to here to here to there to there, and then there's another one, as we can see. So this is from there, it touches all batteries from here to there to there, and then it jumps over from there to there to there. That's what we can see. Oh my batteries are going dead. I hope I get this done here. I'll try to wrap it up. So then we got this one, it's basically just connected to that bottom wire, and so this is what's coming from here, connecting to the COM up here. Okay? Okay, good. Now we have this, let me get my bearings here. This is how it was here. Yes. Alright, so then the ones from this battery pack bounce like this, and then they come up to negative up here. And then these bounce, and then they, whoops, my battery just fell apart. And then this comes up here like this. Now that may look kind of confusing. I'll lift it up. There's our batteries, there's our protection circuit. It's a very crude wiring diagram, but it'll probably work anyway. So that's really all we need to know for later. So in case my video dies here, I think I'm going to try to wrap it up. This is pretty much just a spacer, I think. It's a hard piece of metal. I think it's just meant to be stiff and keep the two battery packs away from each other, because I think we don't want this touching this. So that's going to be a really important thing here. And we're going to want to take this apart right away. And we're going to leave that apart, actually, to make sure that nothing touches it. There, peel that off. Alright, I'm actually going to shut this off, stop this video and start another one just in case the battery dies. I don't want to lose this whole video, so I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Now, since we know which ones are the top, these are the tops with these tabs sticking out, I'm probably not going to need to mark them. However, we will cut these tabs off down here and separate the two chunks. Pretty sticky. Make sure, it looks like there's a little bit of corrosion or something right here. I'll make sure that's just stuff on the outside. Looks like it's just leftover residue. Boy, this light is really a pain in the butt. Alright, so we're just going to cut this off. We actually don't need this big long COM because we know there's going to be a wire, there's going to be a separate wire going from there to there. So we'll cut this off here. Still, we're going to have to be careful not to have these two touch each other, so let's keep those apart. Yeah, I think that's what this spacer thing was for. Let's do that. There. Alright. There we go. Might keep these for later on, who knows, could probably find a use for them somehow. Let's put our spacer in there to help us out, and let's actually cut these a little bit shorter, just to help minimize any sort of contact that there could occur. There we go. Alright, now that those are trimmed down better, actually we can tell that these batteries are actually oriented in this way. One's pointing this way, one's pointing this way, because there's cardboard stuff on the top of this one, and then there's cardboard stuff on the top, the top or bottom of this one, depending on how you look at it. So I think I will actually mark which one's the top, because I'm thinking about actually separating all the three sides. If I can, we'll see how that goes here. Boy, if I can get these sticky things off. That's sticky paper there. Let's see first about separating these two packs here. For now, I'll leave these two tabs on there, and that will differentiate which side's the top and which side, like these, are the bottom. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut these now. Cut this off here. Boop. Cut this off here. Boop. And there we go. There's our two separate battery packs. Definitely don't want to stick them together here. I might have a hard time. That's pretty sticky stuff. Alright. Let's see if we can't pull this stuff off here. We want to get this off. Yeah, there we go. Just pull it. Ooh. There might be some residue. God, I can't say that right. Some residue that we might have to pull off because it's so sticky. Yeah. Actually, let's see if we can use the sticky against it, eh? Nope, that's not going to work. Alright, anyway. In that case, we're just going to set that aside for now. Although I do want to see if I can pull these apart, but I don't know. It might be easier just to leave them in sets of 3. If I have to, I'll come back. Or, no, you know what? We'll make this the last video. This taking apart the battery has gone on long enough, I think. I just thought of a very good point. I think we will mark this, and we'll make a certain direction to it, because now once I do this, we can tell that we cut this apart down there. We can tell that those two sections got cut apart, but we might not be able to tell if it's supposed to be like this or like this quite. So that's actually going to be important. So you'll want to mark those. I would suggest left and right, and then top, bottom, bottom, and then just maybe even write little arrows pointing like this, so that you know that these two are actually like supposed to be pointing that way towards each other, and so that you know on the bottom that it's like that, just so that it's in the correct orientation, so you don't get confused when you're looking at this diagram that you may have made with me and getting confused. So that would not be very good. So alright, let's take this one more thing off this side here, and then we'll wrap it up. Darn. Almost got that one off in a bigger chunk, but let's see if we can use a knife here to scrape that off a bit. You know I should follow my own advice here. I know I'm just asking to get these things confused. So we'll leave this one on the right facing this way like this so I don't get confused. You know, this is going to take a little bit, and it's actually scraping the casing on the outside a bit, so I think I'm actually just going to leave that how it is. And I think I might here. Let's just do this now on camera so you can see how I did it. Like I said, I'm trying to do as much as I can on camera, so shoot, I gotta step away, I gotta get scissors. Alright, voila, some scissors. Alright, so we're just gonna cut off our little chunk here, stick it over there. Cut off this strip. And we're going to just, oh, actually, hold up. I was wanting to take these completely apart. Is that a good idea? Let's see if we can take a closer look at it here. There doesn't appear to be anything between them holding them together except for this bar that's soldered across the top. So if I cut through there, I could separate them all. I'm going to have to end up running wire to wire to wire anyways, I think. Or I might be able to just solder one directly to here and leave these connected there. So I think I'll actually just leave them connected like this. And I'll probably just split it up in the portable and lay them like this or something. And then I can just solder a wire here and here. Or, well, yeah, solder one wire between here, and then after that, then all I have to worry about, well, actually it would have to be two wires. I'll have to, how is this? It was like this. Yeah, I would have to solder a wire from here to there, and then I'd have to have a wire coming from the bottom of here too. For the this top part's the one. Let me make sure I got this straight here. Yep, this goes up to reach here. No, you can't see it here. Reach here. This one goes down to reach this side over here. So yeah, so I'll need a wire going from here to there, and then another one coming from over here, because this is all connected. The metal is all soldered together. From here to this middle tab, and then if they're laying down like this, well, if we look on the diagram, from here is coming up to here, so that's the negative side, and then from this this tab that we have to the left here, as you can see, goes up to the far side, which is the positive side. So, all right, we're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave these batteries alone for now. Wrap them up good. I would wrap them individually to make sure that these two sides don't touch together. That'd be bad, of course. So, thanks for watching this video, and I hope you are enjoying watching them, and hopefully if you're making your own portable, I hope it's a lot of help. Again, look in the description of the video below for links. I got links to some of the sites I've used for referencing. Most notably, backman.co.uk. That's the best one, as I've noted in the description. So definitely check those out if you are looking to make a portable. It's very, very helpful. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.